All right, guys, hope you're doing well. Welcome to another lesson. This time I'm going to do the Quakes Dark Shadows. I don't know much about the Quakes, to be honest. There's a few tracks here and there that I've been listening to the past year and stuff, and I quite like it. So any recommendations, then let me know if you know this stuff. So this is a fun track. Not loads to it. We'll get through it pretty quick, to be honest. So I'm going to start off. I'm going to show you the riff. We're in E minor. Okay, so the riff then at the start, this cool little okay, so this first bit then, like I say, it's in E, and all we're doing is open on string 6 to fret 3, 2 opens, then fret 3, then open again. Okay, and then go to string 5 and just go fret 1 to 2, then open on string 4. And you pretty much got it then. So it's just the same thing repeated, slightly a rhythm change there. Okay, so it's the same thing 3 times basically, almost. Then at the end of that section, it's just fret 3 on string 5 and go 3, 0, 1, 2. So you put it together. That's it. And then, you know, you could hit the A string as well on the open as well here and there. It doesn't really matter. I think sometimes when you listen to it, it's quite hard to hear whether it's always on the open E. Sometimes it might hit the open A as well. So, you know, it just depends how you played it at the time, really, isn't it? So, you know, it all fits either way. You know, there I put an A in instead. This time I'll put just the open E. You know, and it still sounds really effective. So after that, it just jumps up an octave, basically. The drums kick in, you've got the double bass. So it jumps up an octave. Okay, so that is just going to fret 2. Obviously, you could play it higher up here as well, but I'm going to do it on fret 2 of string 4. So I'm going to do fret 2 twice, then to fret 5, back to fret 2. Okay, then I'm going to jump to string 3, go 3, 4, then fret 3 on string 2. Okay, same pattern again, slight rhythm change on the E there. Yeah, so it's the same thing, isn't it, basically? Then after that, the only difference is we're going to do fret 5 on string 3, then go 2, 3, 4. Put that bit together, you now have... Okay, so we now have the opening riff. I'll play it to you all the way through. Okay, that's it. And then in the verse, vocal kicks in. Should have said quickly as well, there's obviously 2 guitars there, so there's one sort of hitting the E minor. You know, live you could probably get away with putting both of those together, but on the recording it's definitely like an overdub chords, then the riff as well. Okay, so the next bit hits E minor in the verse. Bit of muting with the picking hand, and you just go down up as well, you know, just down up. You know, because obviously delay and stuff on there, I've sort of like picked it out. It sounds like it's doing that. Sometimes it sounds like it's sort of doing like a... You know, so either of those sound great, and maybe it might just be like sort of bounce back from the delay making me hear that. But both sound really good, so it's all good there. So after that, we go to the pre-chorus. It goes to a B, so B major. So fret 2 on string 5, fret 4 on strings 2, 3, 4. Just let it ring out. Up to C. So you just move the pattern 1 fret higher. So that section put together then is literally just B, C, B, down to A minor. And there's a little picking part at the end of the A minor where they pick the G string, the E string to the B string. Okay, so put together you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Same again. This time up to D. Back to B. With a little rundown, okay? So the second time through is almost the same. We're doing the B, C, but we go up to D instead. Back to the B. Then do the little rundown, this minor rundown. String 5, 2 to 0. String 6, 3 to 2. And then we land on the E. Yeah, so we've got the E minor. So the chorus, we're going to hit the E minor. Okay, and then it's going to go to A. And we're going to catch the B and the G string with a bit of picking. Okay. Okay, and then we're going to go to C, do the same. Drop it down a fret to B. Back to E minor. Back to the intro again, back to the verse again, back to the pre-chorus, back to the chorus, double chorus. It's a really short song actually, and that is pretty much all the parts. The only variation now is the ending when it goes back to the riff and it changes slightly on the last bit. So we're going to go back down here, we're going to play this again. That's the same. Then it jumps straight to the octave of it. That's the same, but then... Okay, so slight variation there. So we're going to slide up to 9. Well, this is the way I would play it anyway. You know, once again, you could play it in a different position. It's all the same notes though. So we're going to go 9 to 12. So fret 9 twice on string 3. Back to 9. Okay. Then we're going to go 11, 12 on string 2. And then 11, 12 on string 1. E minor to end it, and you've got the track then. Put that ending together. Okay, and that's it. So, you know, hope you enjoyed that. If there's any other tracks you want to do by the Quakes, and, you know, like I said, I don't know much of their stuff. So anything you recommend, just send me a message and I'll check it out. If I like it, I'll have a crack at it. Okay, so I'll see you soon. Have a great one. Thank you.